I want a better reaction from my leg to that, right? So I want him to stay soft. I want to be able to go very loose hand and just give a leg aid, and he must. So I'm going to do it again. So he must just go a little bit more quick and forward into the trot. Must be a very loose hand. I'm not giving him a mixed signal. Good. There. That's what I need him to do. So I'm going to just do it on the long side, just so he gets the message. Walk in my corner. Always use the long side to teach them that forward energy. Go off the leg. We've got space.
Okay.
Good. Good. That's it. I'll do it again on the next second corner. And part of that as well there, Beth, is where he's not enough in front of my leg in the walk.
Yes. Because he definitely does that to me.
Yeah, yeah. So again, it's a learned behaviour, let's have it. So I've got to be able to have him in front of my leg without him thinking he has to jog or trot. Good. Okay. Better.
Yeah, that was
Good boy.
definitely better.
Right, good boy. The important thing is that I'm saying the same thing every time. I'm saying you can go, I will soften my hand, and you must go off my leg. Now there he dumped down a little bit into that. I'm going to just move him away from my inside leg a bit. Leg yield him a little bit over to my left rein, and come again. Good. Right, there he was against my hand. Gotta have him get a little more supple around my inside leg.
Okay, is that why he's on their hand? Because he's not bending or something?
Exactly. So I'm just going to just take a bit of time here. Just a little off my inside leg. You've got this. That's fine. Get him softer off my right rein.
Yep.
Better. Okay. So now a little bit like in the canter, as I was doing those transitions, steering is still a thing. Just going to try and get a little bit of like thinking shoulder fall. My right leg. Good. Get him connecting to my left rein a bit more. Good. So my right rein can be soft. Go with him. Push his nose out. Good boy. That's it. Fine. Good boy. Well done. Just going to go on a little bigger. Good. Upper body, come back. Try to get this right hind underneath. Because when I'm, good boy. That's it. When I'm thinking of collecting a little bit, and on again, I've got to get this right hind underneath him. See how my inside hand is always going to go with him.
Yep.
Very, very important. Good boy. Okay. Now again. Good. Oopsie, that was, oops, spoke too soon. It was going to be good, and then I lost my place with him. So, again, 5-year-old,
Yep.
I wouldn't do, not looking for a lot of collection.
Yep.
Looking for, can you come back to me a little bit?
Mhm.
You can say, good, let's go on again.
Yep.
Come back to me a little bit, right? Really be careful that you're not thinking, I've got to collect him,
Right.
right? Because I don't want to slow it down. I don't want to lose the energy in the hind leg. But just for that, now you might not hardly see a difference, but I can feel a bit there.
Yep.
And that's what I'm going for. So with that, as you see, my inside hand is always going to go with him. Sometimes it widens a bit, gives a bit of a flexion, but it's in front of me here.
Yep.
Very, very aware that I'm not here with my inside rein and ending up blocking that hind leg. Because what I'm trying to encourage, and I'll show you here in the walk, is for me to be able to ride a bit of shoulder fall. Alright, so my inside leg now is talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
So go over there a little bit, get to my outside rein. Okay, good boy. There. So I can get him basically a little more around the boy, my left leg, my inside leg. Okay. And then I can have that freedom in that inside rein. So I'm going to go do a couple of these, good boy, these on this rein as well with the walk, second corner trot. And just get a better reaction to my leg. Free hand, row arm, walk on, and go. Good boy, gotta go. That's it, that leg needs to go.
Yeah, he definitely is sluggish with that transition, isn't he?
Right. So now this is a little bit of a more of a struggle on this rein here.
Yeah, definitely.
That's fine. So I start to think about, right, I'm going to try and sit down a little more, like I'm sitting on his hind legs a bit. Okay, right, you can stay up a little bit in front. Move over from my inside leg. Good. Go to my outside rein. Keep your shoulders up in front of me.
Yeah, this side's really hard.
But you've got to stay, so disciplined in terms of, I've still got my outside rein, so my right rein now is the half halting rein, my left rein now is the flexing rein, and the going with it rein.
So you're kind of giving and taking or squeezing on the inside rein? What?
It's light, look, it's very little.
Okay.
Giving a little bit of direction, but effectively you want to think it's going to be in neutral, it's going to be, you don't need it. You don't need your inside rein, right? Because I'm connecting up to my outside.
Yep.
I'm encouraging this hind leg here to jump through more. So if my inside hand gets tight, it blocks that.
Right, definitely.
Good boy. Good. My outside rein stays consistent. He jumps down a bit. I say, hop, come up. And get there with the leg a little bit. Good. And again, body for the transition, not the hand. Good. And what I mean by that is every transition, soft hand into it, right? So, like now, I'm making a feel, I'm making half halt, I'm sitting tall, I'm getting ready. But when I come into the trot, self-carriage is there, the hand must be soft and light. Good.
Yep.
Right? So he lands the same balance, and he lands in a trot that's already going.
Yeah, I mean, his movement is just so much better in this little bit. I mean, you can see him really.
Yeah. And I'm going to stretch him. And it's because I'm creating energy and I'm catching it.
Yep.
Creating it, catching it all the time. So you start to get that more engagement on the hind leg, start to get more activity in his paces, and a horse that's just a little bit more on the aids and ready for the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'm good boy. When I'm training a horse, I'm always looking for that. Like, I want the horse to be like so ready for whatever's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so much of that preparation. We're doing this, we're half on, we're here, because suddenly we might just go into a half pass. You with me? You with me? You with me? Good, because we might just accelerate and come back. Yeah, so I'm always thinking...
Like shaking it up a little.
Right, and always thinking you just want to be careful that you don't, for example, get into a canter, you're just cantering round.
Right.
And round, like change it a bit. Come back a little bit. Even if it's tiny amounts, even if it's just like you feel, he just listens to the half hold. Good, good. Then go a little bit more. Then you can, as he gets, more capable, those things start to get increased.
Mm-hmm.
So you get more collection, you get a bigger ground cover canter. Boy. To be honest with you, I'd probably leave it with that. that.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking too. I also don't want to screw him up. Like he's.
No, and he's hot. No, I'm not worried about that. But you know, it's hot. And I'm
Yeah,
kind of
but I'm glad. No, that was very good. I mean, I'm thankful to have you ride him.
It'd be great if you know.
Because that's